Mary-Beth literally tricked all of us. I know, she looks sweet, cute, and hot, but behind all that cuteness, she's a completely different girl. She's not innocent at all. I found a really interesting theory about her being a traitor, and at first, I didn't believe it. That's why I went back, did my own research, revisited the game, and found some mysterious and surprising details about her that might actually be true. So, in today's video, let's break down this theory and find out how Mary-Beth is a traitor, and my wife. Before we get into the theory, we need to know a bit about Mary-Beth's past and how she acted in the gang. Her mom died of typhoid fever when she was really young, so she had to do whatever she could to survive. That's how she got into crime. She first met the Linde gang after she pickpocketed a couple of guys and ended up saving the gang from them. Kind of wild, right? That's when she started being part of the crew. In the gang, she mostly worked as a handmaid, washing clothes, mending them, doing little chores. She wasn't fighting on the front lines like Arthur or John, so she kind of flew under everyone's radar. She also became close to Karen Jones and Tilly Jackson. That friendship helped solidify her sweet, innocent image. She always had a book, was always writing, and seemed harmless. But now, looking back, that image of harmlessness might have been her perfect cover. She didn't need to fight or rob to influence the gang. She could just watch and record everything. Now I want you to visit some of the specific moments in the game. I'll show you. In the game, Mary-Beth often calls Arthur over, makes him sit, and talks to him. She asks about his life, what he's feeling. At this point, it's just seemed as a sweet and caring moment between gang members. We all know Mary-Beth's reaction to Kieran's death.
It's Kieran!
This is the scene where Milton visit the gang to warn them.
Good day, fine people. Mr. Vanderlinde, Mr. Matthews, I presume. And who are you?
You men come out the train now, do you hear? We said you men come out now!
This is one of the memorable scenes in the game.
Arthur, isn't it? Arthur Morgan?
Who are you?
Yes, Arthur Morgan, Vanderlinde's most trusted associate.
Now that we know her background and have seen the key scenes, first, Mary-Beth always wanted to talk to Arthur. She'd call him over, make him sit, and just get him to talk about everything. His life, his feelings, what he's doing. The next day, she's always seen writing in her notebook. At first, you think, okay, she's just journaling, but when you connect the dots, it's a little too perfect. She's always listening, always noting down details. We all know her reaction to Kieran death. When Kieran dies, she's panicked, screaming, crying, and all those other emotions, but when Molly dies, she doesn't react at all. It's almost like her emotional response is selective. She shows fear and sadness when it suits her, or when it aligns with some other goal, and ignores it when it doesn't. And then in Rhodes, when Agent Milton shows up, and everyone grabs a weapon. Even old lady Susan has a shotgun. But Mary-Beth, she doesn't touch a gun. She doesn't tense up. She stands calm, like she already knows that nothing will happen to her, or that she's on the same side in some way. That behavior isn't normal if she's loyal to the gang. The Valentine train is one of the clearest examples of how Mary-Beth could have been tipping off the law. She goes there with Arthur and Uncle. She's the first one back, and she tells them about the train. The gang plans a robbery based on that information, but when they get there, the law is waiting. It's clearly a setup. Think about the timing. She's the first back, gives information, and suddenly the gang walks into a trap. The law's coordination is too perfect to be a coincidence. And a few days later, the Pinkertons find Arthur near the river with Jack. Mary-Beth comes from the side of the sheriff's office. It's another strange timing that raises questions about her involvement. Everything she does seems to hint at her being more than just a gang member. She's gathering information, moving strategically, and passing it along without drawing attention. Let's talk about that notebook. It seems innocent. She's always writing in it. But think about what she writes. Every time she talks to Arthur, she notes his thoughts, feelings, plans. Every conversation in the camp, every small detail about the gang could easily be written down. If you consider the Pinkertons, they wouldn't need her to leave the camp. She just needs to collect information and pass it along somehow. That notebook could very well be her method of communicating everything she sees. Conversations, locations, plans, everything could be written down and eventually reach the Pinkertons. Her notebook turns from a harmless journal into a potential spy tool. It's subtle, unnoticed, and fits her quiet personality perfectly. Nobody suspects her because she looks harmless. That's the genius of it. Now compare Mary-Beth to someone like Micah. Micah is loud, reckless, and everyone knows he's untrustworthy. Mary-Beth is quiet, unnoticed, and careful. She doesn't fight, she doesn't steal big scores, she doesn't openly betray anyone. But that doesn't mean she isn't dangerous. Quiet betrayal is harder to spot. If she really was tipping off the Pinkertons, she could have been responsible for more failed plans than Micah in her own way. She's subtle, strategic, and never draws attention to herself. The perfect spy. So is she a traitor or not? We may never know for sure, but one thing is certain, she's definitely hot.